What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm smiling from ear to ear because this is one of my favorite things to do since becoming a content creator. This is where I respond to comments that are left under my videos. I know I have a very unique perspective on many things, and I know that while there's many people who agree with me, there are more people who probably disagree with me. I love reading the comments of people who disagree with me and people who agree with me, and I love making videos responding to those people. So if you watch these videos, make sure you leave a comment so I can respond to you. I'm not going to be able to get everybody, but if you comment consistently, I will recognize you and I will address something you're concerned about. Today's comment comes from @TheShining76. Shout out to @TheShining76. He or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, left their comment under the video I made about Texas Representative Jazmine Crockette making a really terrible joke about Texas Governor Greg Abbott, calling him Governor Hot Wheels. If you don't know, at the age of 29, Greg Abbott was involved in a very tragic accident where a tree fell on him, rendering him paralyzed from the waist down. Referring to him as Governor Hot Wheels is super disrespectful, very unbecoming of a person who has been elected to represent the American people, and she was wrong for it. And I called her out, as I should have, and as you should have too, for misrepresenting you, especially if you're an African-American person. Pretty much validating many of the stereotypes African Americans have worked so hard to distance ourselves from for so long. To the comment. So the Shining 76 says, why no outrage when Trump mocked the disabled man? Why no outrage over the names he calls people damn near every day? But the moment a Dem makes a below the belt joke, she's ghetto, no class, she got to apologize and all that, which the president, who engages in name calling himself, doesn't do. You can't be outraged at what she said and not be outraged at what he says. That's called being a hypocrite. Thank you so much, The Shining 76. Jazmine Crockette professes to be an advocate of DEIA. She has many times claimed to be fighting for Americans with disabilities. She then insults a disabled person because she has been ordered to attack members of the opposing party by her overlords. That is the true hypocrisy. Here's my thing. A joke is a joke. If the joke is funny, I'm most likely going to laugh. Donald Trump says some jokes, and they're pretty doggone funny. The joke that Jazmine Crockette made, first of all, it wasn't very funny. No, it was funny. I said in the video that it was kind of funny. It made me chuckle. It definitely made me chuckle. Let me be honest. But the reason why I call out Jazmine Crockette is because when Jazmine Crockette first went to the Texas state legislature, Jazmine Crockette wasn't behaving the way she's behaving now. My gauge of an African-American politician is not the same gauge that I use for a Caucasian politician. Call me racist, call me whatever you want, but Donald Trump does not represent me as a black man. I may agree with his policies, but would I behave like him if I was in that position? No. Would I expect a black president to behave like him if he was in that position? No. One of the things I really liked about Barack Obama is that he carried himself in a graceful manner. He was well-spoken, and he never played into stereotypical behavior associated with African Americans. He was himself, and he didn't let other people change who he was. Jazmine Crockette is doing the opposite. She was an eloquent speaking, sophisticated black woman when she entered politics. Now she looks like she's trying to do her best impression of a 304. And I don't know what demographic of her voter base that identifies with, but what I do know is that she is operating in a way that honestly makes me embarrassed as a black man in America. Baby, you smarter than that. You better than that. All this cursing and insults towards the Texas governor, that's not becoming of a African-American woman who is representing the American people. On top of that, Donald Trump never claimed to be an advocate for the disabled or this virtuous, empathetic figure who's just out here trying to help everybody who's marginalized in this country and around the world. Donald Trump does do charity. He does have a heart for people, and he gives to people charities and everything else more than a lot of people who claim to care about others do. At the same time, Donald Trump is not trying to weaponize the virtue signaling against other groups of people. That's what people like Jazmine Crockette do. That's what people like Tim Walz do. That's what people like Kamala Harris do, Joe Biden, and the list goes on and on. Basically, that's what Democrats do. Oh my God, we care so much about the disabled. Remember when they were talking about DEI and they were saying that Trump getting rid of DEI was bad because it would take away the ability for disabled people to have access to buildings and access to restrooms and ramps to get into buildings and all this nonsense? 1 week you're saying that. 1 week you're speaking up, claiming to care about disabled people. Then 2 weeks later, you are openly mocking and insulting a disabled person who was disabled due to no fault of his own. Are you an advocate for disabled people or are you not? That's all I'm asking. Let me know what you are, because right now, if anybody told you they know exactly where Jazmine Crockette stands, they'd be lying. If anyone told you they know exactly where the Democrat Party stands, they would be lying. At least Trump respects you enough to let you know who he is and to honestly tell you what he cares about and what he doesn't give a hell about. I'm tired of these politicians trying to go back and forth and hopscotch to and fro from issues. 1 minute they care about it, 1 minute they don't care about it. 1 minute they're advocate for the disabled, the next minute they're insulting disabled people. Which one is it, girl? Pick a struggle. So Shining 76, I don't think my take on her is hypocritical at all. Trump is who he is. We're still wondering who Jazmine Crockette is. Is she the young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed woman who entered into politics a few years back, ready to make a change? Or is she a Democrat plant or a Democrat shill who is more loyal to her party than she is to her constituents, who will do and say anything to secure George Soros' campaign donations? You be the judge. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you to everyone who watched this. I appreciate all you guys so much. Please keep commenting under these videos. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, share these videos with your friend, contribute to the channel, do everything you should do in support of this channel, and I will do everything I can do to keep bringing you the content that you most want to see. Until the next time, take care of yourselves, but most importantly, please take care of each other. Peace.